Hi, this is Mark Khalil with ActChangeTransform.com, and you searched benefits of waking up early in the morning. The benefits are many, but I wanted to start off by telling you that people who wake up earlier in the morning tend to be more proactive and more optimistic towards life. They also tend to be healthier and very much so less stressed than those individuals that would rather just hide out under the covers than come out and tackle the day that stands before them. This is very important. It also means that you become more proactive. You have more time in the day to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, which in turn is kind of related to being less stressed, because a lot of the time we become stressed because we don't have enough time, or we feel like we don't have enough time in the day to accomplish what it is we want to accomplish. The first thing to note is that you're going to want to include on the weekends, unfortunately, because by waking up at the same time every single day, you're allowing your body to naturally adjust to waking up at those times effortlessly. It's not something you're going to have to work on. It's just your body clock adjusting to those times, not having to deal with different times every day. Well, you're waking up late on the weekends, and then Monday comes around, and then you have to wake up early again, and you're just confusing your body. So wake up at the same. Now, how do you do that? I've got a few other tips on how you can wake up early. The first one is to start slowly. Now, let's say, for instance, the earliest you can possibly wake up is 7 in the morning, but you want to be able to wake up at 6. My suggestion would be to tomorrow start waking up at 6:45, and every few days until you reach your goal to decrease by 15-minute increments. Now, what does that look like? Tomorrow we said you started at 6:45. A few days later, 6:30. A few days later after that, 6:15, and then another few days, 6 o'clock, which is your goal. So after about 10, 12 days, you finally reached your goal. It wasn't overwhelming, as if you were trying to go from 7 to 6 in one day. That's number one. The second thing would be that I encourage you to get some movement in as soon as you wake up in the morning. Whether that be jumping jacks or just running in place, something that's going to get your blood flowing and pumping, that's going to set the standard for the rest of your day. The other thing would be, do not use that snooze button. The snooze button is counterproductive, and all it does is interrupt your sleeping patterns. Not good. In line with that is maybe use a fun, soothing, pleasant sound for your alarm clock, rather than just using that generic beeping sound, which isn't very pleasant and not very encouraging for you to want to wake up in the morning. When I started implementing these tips several years ago, I did in fact see that I became more productive. I did in fact see that I became more proactive. I was more optimistic about life. I was becoming healthier, less stressed. All those things, all those benefits I saw come into fruition, and you will too when you start waking up earlier. Now, I have my own business, and being able to wake up early allows me to complete my work day by the time most people are getting off for their lunch break at their jobs. The rest of the day I'm able to, if I chose to, work some more, which I oftentimes do because I love what I do, or I can just do whatever it is that I want. So if you're interested in knowing what it is that I do, there is a clickable link below this video where you can go and check that out. I'd encourage you to do so. I would also encourage you to keep in mind these huge benefits of sleep, or waking up early, I should say, and implementing the few tips that I've offered you here. They're very simple, but they're very effective. So go ahead, check out what it is that I'm up to. Go ahead, implement these tips, take action. Nothing changes unless you do. This is Mark Khalil, and thank you for watching.